Welcome everybody. In today's video, we are going to be comparing the SWISSTOOL X with the SWISSTOOL Spirit MX clip for pocket clip. So let's get into it. As some of you may know, I have carried the SWISSTOOL for a very long time, put it through hell and back a couple times over, and it's still basically brand new. I just bought this a few days ago and have been carrying it and have surprisingly loved it more than I thought I would, to the point where this may swap out this guy here in terms of everyday carry. I don't know just yet. It's close. It's very close. And so in this video, we'll go over the differences between the two tools if you've been looking at them online and are curious about which one is which one is better. You know, this may help. And to start, I would like to note that you can buy the SWISSTOOL X with a pocket clip of its own, much shaped just like this, but fits the thicker frame. And they do come with one-handed opening blades for some options. Like this guy here, you know, has the one-hand opening blade. They do make one-hand opening versions of this. So imagine that in this review, because I am too cheap to go buy the SWISSTOOL version of this. So bear with me, please. So let's get into it. Initial thing let's go with is the plier heads. The two plier heads are different. The Spirit plier heads are certainly smaller and narrower and a little bit longer in terms of the needle nosiness. The main part that would hold nuts and bolts is about the same. The wire cutters are a little bit shorter on this one than on the SWISSTOOL, but the Spirit X does have the little bit longer, narrower reach, which that may be handy for some people. But I got this originally because I thought this, and it proved right in a lot of ways, that just the bulkier, like you don't need super fine needle nose a lot of the time. Like this guy did the job, and just that extra bulk just made it feel sturdier. So that's the plier heads. You know, they both open up delightfully well. This one maybe opens up a little bit smoother due to years of use, but both work refinedly smooth. If not broken in smooth, they are refinedly smooth out of the box. And really good idea right there. The both plier heads are great, but you know, if you're doing a lot more intricate work, that might be the selling point for the SWISSTOOL Spirit series. Now let's get into the internal tools. And everything on here locks except the plier heads. And the SWISSTOOL Spirit has this smaller frag pattern for the grip of pulling this little lock back. This is how you actuate the locks. Whereas this is a little bit more of a barrel shape going on here. Still very grippy, still very nice. But those are shaped a little differently. I feel like the SWISSTOOL one is a little bit grippier. Main knife blade. Start right off with that. Main knife blade. And I need a better background here for these. Yes, this will work. One moment, please. Technical issues. Didn't think of this beforehand, but that may help you see the tools a little bit better. Just a little felt pad with some lint and stuff on it. Main knife blade. The SWISSTOOL X is certainly going to be much beefier, much thicker, and all around more heavy duty for cutting tasks with knife blades. But you know, I feel like most of us know already that multi-tool knife blades are your secondary blade. You've usually got a more dedicated knife on hand to do the task. But that is the difference between those two knife blades. And then as a frame of reference, a 91mm sack knife blade here in the middle is kind of in the middle of the three. Like this is going to be smaller than this is going to be smaller than that. So that's a little frame of reference for you guys here. Thickness references. All three are very good knife blades. But if you've never seen the size of them before, that may have helped you make a decision there. And starting on the knife layer side of things, we have the can opener. Pretty much the same can opener. This one's curved a little bit more, but it's the Victorinox can opener and flathead combo. Very good. Both will work delightfully well. This is where the tool layout does differ. First off, the knife blade is on this side of the tool on the Swiss tool, and on this side of the Swiss tool on the Swiss tool Spirit. Due to the one-hand opening feature, they have to change that up right there. But instead of the Phillips, we'll go ahead and do the Phillips this way, just so we can get the tools in order here, side by side. Both our combo 1 and 2 Phillips will work delightfully well. This isn't much of a tool, it's just a little stop for keeping the tool from going too far when it's closed, but I am sure that has some use to it. Both of these are going to be really good. I've had great results with this one, and this is almost par for par. Like, it'll be delightfully well. Small flathead. Nope, that's the awl. Small flatheads. I would say the Spirit has the smaller of the two, which is interesting, but very similar. The awl is going to be going back around to this side here. This awl has the little parcel hook thing that you may be familiar with on some Victorinox models. Very handy little tool in its own right. Maybe not the most used tool, but dedicated tool like that is definitely nice to have. Both our reamer punch awls will work delightfully well. Now back to the original side, because here's where this tool combines two of the Swiss tool, large Swiss tool tools into one, and that is the crate pry bar and the flathead cap lifter. Flathead cap lifter on the Spirit is a little bit wider than on the Swiss tool, but very similar in size there. And then a big thick chunk of metal for prying. Like, this is going to be very, very handy in prying. And to show you that this is thicker than this, is that this does not fit all the way down past that shaved wedge here into the crate lifter's slot. Like, so that tells you right there that the Swiss tool Spirit pry bar is thicker. And so if you have had experience with this being good, you may know that this will be better. But if you're going to be doing a lot of prying, I would recommend dedicated pry bars, you know, that are just going to be handy to have. Those are the small tools. We've done the knife blades. The saw on the Swiss tool X and the saw on the Spirit. There we go. Very similar. The one is definitely going to be a few teeth longer. Not much longer to where it really makes much of a difference, I think, but it is longer. Something to keep in mind there. If you want to be doing a lot of sawing, sawing is a secondary. Down the road, I may or may not use a saw 2 times a year kind of thing for me. But for some of you, that may be something to consider. the Victorinox SWISSTOOL saw is definitely going to be a little bit bigger and a little bit better. Here's where I have a problem with this tool, the Spirit, is they just redesigned the scissors. And the scissors are not bad. These are extremely good scissors. They work extremely well. They may not open as wide as one would like, but they do get in and they do cut. And this is kind of plastic from a little hanger tab. Like that just went right through, no trouble at all. And it's good. I like it. I just don't like that they redesigned the looks of the scissors for the SWISSTOOL. That's about the only thing it's the aesthetics of it, not the function. This has been through a lot. Like, that is a delightful pair of scissors. I use the word delightful a lot. That's probably because I like to use that word a lot. Why do I like to use that word a lot? That I don't know. If you figure it out, let me know. The file. Probably one of my more commonly used tools is the file, whether for filing down my nails or rounding off metal or sharpening, semi-sharpening chunkier things like an axe head or something. The Victorinox files are superb. If you're not going to get a diamond-coated file on a Leatherman or the Gordon 20-in-1 multi-tool like this, Victorinox files are the way to go. And both are about the same size. Spirit's a little bit smaller, but, you know, it's a smaller multi-tool, so you expect to lose a little real estate there. Both are going to work exceptionally well. They both have the straight line crosshatch and the edge file here for sawing through metal. They call it a metal saw. It does saw through metal. I have tried. Surprisingly effective for what it is. And so that's basically the crash course of these two tools. And like I said, I would like for you to bear in mind that the SWISSTOOL nowadays does come with a one-hand opening knife blade option and the ability to buy a dedicated pocket clip from Victorinox, same one as this, for that. Now, I don't think I can swap this to here because the SWISSTOOL X is just a smidge thicker, and that thickness may not allow it to cross over, but is that similar concept. And if you wear jeans a lot, this may not be all that noticeable with this style of clip, but something I have found out with slanted pockets on some of my pants, and I do not like slanted pockets more than flat pockets, is that the way the clip is designed, the tool will kind of hang more straight up and down with the way this clip is designed. Like it just sits in a slanted pocket much better, much more straight up and down. Like it's just, that is a little design feature I now appreciate, having had one of these for a few days. So that has been the multi-tool comparison between these two guys. Hope you found it useful. Hope you found it enjoyable. Hope it helps you build your EDC to your standards. And until the next time, farewell, carry well, and bye-bye.